So he's just kind of going for a quick win on that bigger map. We'll see how he does it here, though, Tasteless.
In the bottom left, in the blue.
SK Telecom T1 party.
And his opponent here in the upper right.
MVP DongRaeGu.
What's up, Tosis?
Well, not too much. Just doing a lot of Starcraft in the past few weeks. A lot.
You've had a lot of casting. This has been a shorter
Yeah.
week for me
Yeah.
in that regard.
I've had a ton of casting.
We got casting
Been
again tomorrow,
watching
too.
a ton of odds and taking notes, and I'm really excited. You and I going to DreamHack next week.
Going to be my first time in Romania.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. Really passionate fans over there. Everyone's really good at English. Not something I expected. As an American, knowing almost nothing about Romania.
We are the stereotypical Americans in that regard.
Also, they have good internet over there.
Do they really?
Really fast internet. That's what everyone told me. I don't think they were lying. They could have been like this giant. It could have been like the drop bear fiasco of 2012.
Oh yeah,
where the whole country is lying to me.
Everybody, I actually thought drop bears were real when I went to Australia.
Everyone was in on the same gag. Maybe
the guy in the convenience store knew what drop bears were, and I'm like, those are real. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
they all agreed together. Like Australians can trust each other, man. No one.
They stick together, man.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, this time, this making me think of Australians now. The time I was making fun of one of my friends from the UK, and he said, well, you have to understand that, what we really did in Britain is we took all of our crazy religious people and sent them to America, and all our criminals and sent them to Australia, and that's why that's why the rest of us are like this.
I see. That's kind of funny.
Cybernetic score coming up here.
Just one gas here for a party.
Excuse me.
That is getting quite more popular
I've had a
again.
tickle in my throat today. I hope I'm not getting sick.
Yeah? Did you swallow a frog?
I did. Funny you asked. I swallowed a frog before I came in here.
When you swallow a frog, what happens is he's terrified that he's about to go into stomach acid and be boiled alive and eaten. So he uses his little frog fingernails and he scrapes all the way down your throat. And that's why the tickle is there. And that's why it's called, do you have a frog in your throat?
Wow.
Yeah. It's a fact.
But when Tastes doesn't get a frog in his throat, he gets a Battletoad in his throat.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, the probe's coming up now. Getting some valuable scouting done. Some renovation over here at the ramp.
Yeah. Removing those rocks.
Going to increase the property value here, this expansion.
Just imagine that Zealot singing, I've been working on the railroad, in a Zealot voice.
You realize the Zealot voice is also the orc voice for the grunt. Think about that for Warcraft 2, yeah. That's the same. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why are you even denying this thing that you don't know?
One is orcs and they're in the past, and one is Zealots and they're in the future. And look, they only meet up at the Nexus.
How do you know the Zealots are in the future? What if they're in the past and the orcs are in the future? They're just on a different planet.
Tasteless.
Apology accepted.
You just don't get it.
Hey, if you click on the units, like, do they actually say funny stuff? They used to do that in Warcraft 2. I never tried that in Starcraft.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Click on enough.
Do they do that in Heroes of the Storm? Can you, like, make them say funny stuff in that, too?
I don't know. I didn't try that. Well, right now we do have a probe moving out. We do have this same build coming out of parting.
Let's see if he does pressure again here. Again, I feel like on this map, it's not one of these maps where this would be the best build to do.
Well, this map is kind of hard, so I understand him trying to do this. Overgrowth is a map that Zerg would choose against him. This is the exact same game that we saw before. Notice the 6 Zerglings coming in right as Warpgate is finishing. Wow. Chasing those probes right up the ramp.
Well, he's now isolated himself from the bottom part of where his base is. Yep. It works both ways.
Yeah. Well, this is, if he loses that pylon, that is a pain, and he also had to warp in 3 units here that he did not want to. So already it's feeling like DRG is in a better spot than he was last time.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good so far.
And he held last time quite well.
Now moving up here is the rest of Parting's army. I feel like DRG will just hold this.
I think so.
I mean, he seems more than equipped to deal with this.
Well, let's see how Parting does. His micro is so good, his control and execution is so strong that he may be able to just bust through much better than we would expect.
Well, Parting probably has the best control in StarCraft 2.
You think?
Yeah, I really can't think of somebody who comes as off as well as he does. Can you?
Maybe. It's a hard one, though, for sure. Well, here we go. I mean, he is starting to break through. He's killing off these Zerglings very well, keeping those Zealots in the front. The Queen's microing back against these Zealots, but this is a lot of firepower.
All right. He's actually doing a very good job with this. One Queen goes down, make that 2.
Well, I guess...
Yeah, I guess he's just that good. Wow. Damn, man.
You know, I guess the shorter map there, or the way... that was like kind of weird
like
that he just
so one-sided.
killed him like that. I wasn't expecting just a straight-up kill, especially since I felt like the 6-lings did a better job of slowing him down, making some units get warped in. You know, I guess...
Maybe DRG was droning a little bit harder than we had noticed or something?
Yeah, I'd actually like to go back into that replay and just take a quick look at the drone count.
When I was casting that, I was looking at it.
Last time I think he stopped drones at 33 to stop that, but I could be wrong. I mean, the third hatch maybe was a little bit later or something. Anyways.
Weird game. On to game number 3 with these two.
I wonder if Parting will do that build once again. It's definitely gaining a lot of popularity again. You know, this one warp gate expand into 4 gate. It's something that San like never stopped. And you know, we saw recently in Code A a lot of people doing it with 3 gates. You know, it's not quite as aggressive, but here Parting doing it, kind of focusing more heavily on stalkers and doing it with that 4 gate. Really, it's doing quite fantastic.
It's funny because he's doing it on these maps where I just would assume that there would be other builds you'd want to do.
I like
but
it on
I guess once he gets a
Overgrowth.
pylon up anywhere, I mean, the warp in, the rush can get there just as fast. But
yeah, I gotta say, I think Overgrowth, it's a good map for it because this is a map that like every Zerg chooses every time against Protoss. So why not mix in a very aggressive build on that map specifically?
Especially when you get on a map like that where, yeah, the expansions are very far away from the other player. Just go ahead and kill them or damage them early on.
Yeah, so you don't have to fight against a 4-base Zerg.
You don't have to fight off that advantage they're fundamentally going to get if they're left alone on that map for a long time.
Well, we should be going into this last map pretty quickly here.
Looks like actually that's ready right now. So we're going to throw that